Yeah, my first win in Atlanta back here in 1991, it was such a special day. It was the NHRA Southern Nationals, AC Delco Southern Nationals. I'll never forget it. To come to the 7th race I ever entered and come here and win the race was just, it was indescribable. You know, we'd had a little bit of success up to that point, but never at that level.
Del Worsham has never won a race, but of course this is only his 5th one.
Well, it's nice to see these young guys out here in the field doing good, because all the old guys can't keep doing it forever.
No, sir, and I asked Del Worsham when he started the season back at Pomona in February, I said, what's your racing experience? He said, well, I rode BMX bicycles for a couple of years. Few have ever started their career with a nitro funny car.
When I went from basically, you know, what we call no drag racing experience to driving a funny car, which is the first car I drove on the quarter mile, it wasn't really exactly that simple. I've been involved with my dad in licensing several drivers, so I didn't just jump in the car as far as driving, but I've been through the procedure and watched these guys license in my dad's car. So when the opportunity came along for myself to drive, you know, I'd watched what these guys had done, I'd seen what they had been through, I was prepared for some of the things that were going to happen to them, but until you experience it yourself, you really don't know. And basically the willpower. I wanted to drive so bad that I wasn't going to let anything get my way at that point, and I was going to go out and do the best job I could, and fortunately, you know, I was able to do it.
Hey, the Lion Fudge car, Jim White, 4-lane, near lane, unsponsored, 21-year-old Del Worsham. Just while the Chuck Worsham is the moving force behind this car. He is the crew chief. Worsham made it to the Final Four earlier this year in Arizona when he red-lighted at this point in competition. Not today. Whoa, what an upset. White got very close to the center line. Del Worsham goes into a final round, 5:44, 2:69.
You know, financially, we were really in pretty big trouble. It was going to be basically our last race at that point, and after this event, I was going to go home and, you know, we're going to save up our money and maybe pick up again at the Western Swing.
They have all the assets, some great car owners, a tremendous crew chief in Bill Schultz. Their competition, Del Worsham, well, he doesn't have all of that stuff.
And to come here and win the race and get the money and be able to go, you know, be able to go on from that point was, it was a big turning point.
Just turned 21 years old. Del Worsham doesn't just drive this funny car, he is this funny car. When all of these volunteer crew people and his dad, Chuck Worsham, have disappeared, he will clean up this mess. He'll load up their little trailer. He'll drive it to the next race. He'll park at an inexpensive motel parking lot, or better yet, a friend's driveway where he can take the spare room. He'll get this car ready to race again. They run that lean and that mean. They desperately need to win here. The prize money could keep them on the road maybe for the rest of the year. They eat that many hamburgers.
To come in here and win that race and win the race at 21 years old and break Billy Miner's record that had been held for, I believe, 18 years at that point, of him being the youngest funny car driver, it was special.
Oswald smokes the tires, gets back after the throttle, and can't catch him. Del Worsham has won the Southern Nationals, and every kid in the grandstands who has dreamed the dream is on the feet applauding their effort. Incredible. Del Worsham has become the youngest driver to ever win a funny car title in the National Hot Rod Association.
Oh, it is unbelievable. This is the greatest day of my life right now.
You were good on the starting line. You anticipated the light nicely. Everything went well for you.
That's great. You know, before the run, Forrest came up and says, he can't do it again. Do what you're doing. This one's yours.
Well, yeah, Forrest wanted you to beat him. Tell me about the run. When did you think, I've won this thing?
We just left the line, and I could see him for a second, and we were not very far, and he disappeared, and he wasn't coming by, and I said, oh, it's over. It's ours.
Well, this prize money has found a good home. I know that. You guys run pretty lean.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is really going to help us out. We're getting down. We got a new body being mounted, and that's really taking up a lot of our money right now.
Maybe you can order some cheese on your hamburgers from now on.
Oh, for sure.
What a neat young guy.